here? If else I can go with? If else I can go with? No, both the conditions are different, boss. Okay, when I say that if the salary is greater than 4 lakhs, you need to do something. Less than 4 lakhs, you have to do something. Then you go with the if else conditional. So it is not like everywhere you go with the if else, depends upon the current scenario. Okay, so in this scenario, when it is salary greater than 40, you have something. Now, when I say that gender equal to Miguel, again, you need to go with another if condition. But earlier case, it is not the same. Earlier case, what we have, these two blocks are interdependent. If one is happening, one for sure should not happen. If one is not happening, the other guy will for sure happen. Are we clear? Everyone? Online students? Okay. Now, this is what we call it as a next looping contour structure, which is if else conditional contour structure. Let us even debug this guy. Everybody is so familiar with debugging? Yes. Now, when I open this guy in the default browser, now you say it is asking for the student name. Okay. Now I inspect this. I go with sources. Now under sources, I'm going to put the breakpoint. How do you put the breakpoint? What is that? Under the number, whatever the number, what is the line number you go, you simply click on that. That will be the breakpoint. Now I directly go here. I put the breakpoint at line number 28. Now I simply reload it. It is asking for name, student age, gender, male, subject 1 marks, so and so. Okay, like this. Now it has come over here. Now you know how do we make to the next line? Okay, so there is a button over here. Now when I click on this guy, it will go to the next line, isn't it? So when you keep on click on this guy, it will go to the next line, next line, next line and all. Now if at all I have to see what is the value of total and average, how do I go for that? One is when you hover on the variable, it will tell that, or else I can go with the watch also. Under watch, you can add these values, it automatically shows. Yesterday I have already added this, so that is how I can see them. Okay. Now I go with the next year. Now if you see, I'm coming to the average greater than equal to 40. Right now my average is 58 point so and so. Is it greater than satisfying it? Do I need to go inside or get out of it? Inside. Now when I go inside this guy, it is coming over here. Now do I need to go with the else block there? No. But earlier what was happening? Even though when it is greater than equal to 40, still we used to go with the another if and we used to check the condition there. But right now I'm saving the time directly getting out of this guy. So if is satisfied, else is never satisfied. If is not satisfied, else for sure gets satisfied. Am I clear? So this is how the scenario you go. Now say for example, I go with another details. I say Samtina, age some so and so. Gender female, subject 1 marks, like this. Now when I go with next, I see my average is going to be 25. Now if you see here, I come to line number 42. I'm checking for average greater than 40. So my average value is right now it is 25 point so and so. Do I need to go inside or get out? Get out. As it is not satisfied, in order to execute this guy, I'm directly going and executing the else statement. Okay, so am I not saving some time here? Yes. So this is what the advantage what you have with your if else conditional control structure. Any questions? Clear everyone? Okay. Now I have the next statement, something called if the average is greater than equal to 40, I say student is passed. At the same time, I even want to see whether student got the first class or not. Okay. Okay, so I want to check whether user got the first class or not. So in order to check the first class, what I need to do, obviously first message passed is the one what I need to go with. Okay, what I will do now, I will say if average greater than equal to not the first class, I'll go with the distinction first of all. So if the user is having the average greater than equal to 90, I want to put some message, something called console.log student got. Okay, this is what I have. Can I add another if condition under the if condition itself? Obviously, yes. When I say if block, under the if block, you can put any piece of valid JavaScript instruction, including another if condition also. Okay, it is always a valid statement. So what I'm doing here, I'm checking that, boss, if it is greater than equal to 40, I'm showing that you are passed. Obviously, once you are passed, then only I can say whether you are getting the distinction or not, right? If it is failed, obviously, why should I check for the distinction? Okay, that is what I'm doing. When I say it is greater than equal to 40, I'm saying that you are passed. At the same time, I'm checking whether age is greater than equal to 90. If it is greater than equal to 90, then only I will say that your user is getting a distinction over here. Okay, now another case is, in case of else statement, can I say console.log student got first class? Can I do this? Can I do this? Okay, let us see the scenario. I come back asking for the student name, say Samtina, age equal to so and so, gender female, marks equal to 45, and so and so. Now I go with execution. My average value is 47. Now when I come over here, it is coming to this if condition. Observe it clearly. After this line number 42, what is the line I need to execute? Is it line number 50 or 43? 50 or 43? Everyone. 43. Why so? My condition is satisfying, isn't it? My average is 47. 47 is greater than equal to 40. Now I need to go inside. See, I'm going inside. Now again, I'm checking the condition here. Is my 47 is greater than equal to 90? Obviously, no. User is not getting the distinction. If the user is not getting the distinction, I'm coming to this else statement and I'm executing this guy. But the problem what I have is, right now he got 47. He doesn't got a distinction. Doesn't mean that he got a first class, isn't it? Now he got second class. Now I have another condition. If it is greater than equal to 60, then you have a first class. Otherwise, it is second class. Now what I need to do in my else case, I need to check my condition again. In my else also, I need to put another condition whether you got greater than equal to 60 or not. So here I'm going to put a condition. If AVG greater than equal to 60, then only you say something called as first class. So this is what we call it as next control structure, which is else if. Earlier, we are writing some if and else, but in case of else, what was happening? Directly else was executing if the else is not, if the if is not satisfied. But in my case right now, what happening? If the if is not satisfied, I will come to the else, and even in else also, I'm checking the condition again. Am I clear? So this is what we call it as else if conditional control structure. Now, when I save this, I come back here, I reload the page. I say student name so and so, age some so and so, gender so and so, subject 1 marks 44, 55, and 45. Okay, now I come over here, I'm coming to this guy. Now, if you see here, my average is 48. Is 48 greater than equal to 40? Yes, boss. You are into the pass it block. Now again, I'm checking for is 48 greater than equal to 90? No, boss. I'm directly going. After this, I'm directly going into the else block. Now, if you see, I'm not executing the else block. I'm checking the condition inside the else block. Okay. Now, under the else block, is my 48 is greater than equal to 60? No, boss. Now I'm getting out of it. Okay. But now I can add another else over here. I can say another else. Now I will say student got second class. Can I do this? Now, if you see, this is an example where we are covering with the if statement, where we are covering with the if else statement, where we are covering with the else if statement, nested if and nested if else also. Okay. Now, when I save it, come back here and reload the page. Student name, Mr. Raj, age some so and so, gender say some male, marks. Okay. So now I come over here. My average is 48. See how it is flowing. Yeah, now it is coming to greater than equal to 40. Is 48 is greater than equal to 40? Yes, boss. Now I am going inside this. Student is passed, boss. I am coming to the if condition. Is my 40 greater than equal to 90, boss? Not satisfying. What I need to do? I am going with the else block. Is my 48 is greater than equal to 60? No, boss. Now I'm directly executing the else statement. Are we clear? Okay. So this is what we demonstrate with your multiple conditional control structures. So we already have seen this if else, nested if. What do you mean by nesting? Using the same guy inside the same. Now, when I say something called as, I say if some condition under the same if itself, if I use another if condition over here, this is what we call it as nested if, using the same thing within the same. Now, when I say something called as I'm doing nested shirting, what do you mean by that? If I put a shirt on the top of another shirt, that we call it as nested shirting. In the same way, nested if in the sense using one if, another if, which we call it as nested if. If I use one if else inside another if else, which is called as nested if else. Okay, so this example is going to demonstrate all of these guys. We have seen if else, nested if else if control structures. So these all are the conditional control structure. So the main theme or the summary of the conditional control structure is, if at all you want to execute the set of instructions based on the condition, or if you want to skip the set of instructions based on the condition, you can simply go with the control structures, which are conditional control structures. What are the examples we have for the conditional control structures? Everyone, if else, nested if else, and else if control structures. So anyone having idea of Java or C++? Do we have the same syntax here? Same syntax. Any questions, online students? Once again, explain nested if and nested if else. So Rahul, it's simple. Anytime, if you see here, I'm using one of the if condition here. We said that under the if condition, we can have any set of instruction or any number of instruction. Now, under this, if I'm using another if condition here, okay, if I'm using another if condition here, this we call it as a nested if control structure. Okay, if under this, another if here. So this is what we call it as nested if. In the same way, if you see here, if else, under another if else, then we go with the example of nested if. That is what this is what I gave, right? Under one if, am I not using another if? That itself is a nested if, right? Or else, if you want to make it more clear, for example, if my AVG is greater than, I have expanded the same, right? Initially, I started with nested if, then only I went to this, right? Now I say if AVG greater than equal to 40, it is passed. But at the same time, I want to check whether user got distinction also or not. Now I say if AVG greater than equal to 90, then I'm going to do this. So is it not a nested if? Am I clear, Rahul? Any more questions? Are we good? Can you mention what type to use according to the number of conditions? Balke, it is like no one can tell us like what type of condition it is. It's all, I mean, no one, like when you go to the real time, right? No one will say that, boss, here you need to go with if condition, here you need to go with the if else condition and all. They simply give you the requirement. They simply say that, boss, I need to show some student with a message when his average is greater than 40, I want to show this. If it is greater than 50, I need to show this. If it is greater than 60, I need to show this. That is what the requirement will be given to you. They never say that, boss, here you need to go with the if or if else. Based on the requirement, you need to keep on making of use your so-and-so control structures. Okay. Malki, did I answer your question? Any more questions, guys? Online students, can you please explain about if else? Okay. If else is simple, right? Pranaychan. So what I'm saying is you need to write some if condition. Okay. In the same way, you add some set of instructions. Under that, immediately you say something called as else. So what do you mean by this guy? What I'm saying is earlier, in order to execute the second block, we are checking the second condition. But now what I'm doing, If this condition is false, I directly go to the line number 53 and I will execute the 53 and 54 over here. The advantage is I'm checking the condition only once. Okay. So example, practical example, if I say AVG greater than equal to 40, you say passed. If this is not the case, do I need to check the condition or I simply say failed? Obviously, I will say failed, right? So that is where I'm not checking any condition here. This is what we call it as if else. Execute the instructions based on a condition, or if this is not satisfied, we'll directly execute the else statement without any condition. Clear, Pranaychan? Any more questions? Online students, can we go forward? Offline, can we go forward? Everyone is so clear? Okay. Now, here, did anyone work with that employee details assignment yesterday? Who all submitted the code? It was happening for me. Is it happened for everyone? Don't say that. Who all could able to take the latest without any errors? Fine. It's not the issue with the GitHub. It's the issue with the local. The thing is, someone did a disturbance. Anyway, it is back now, right? You could able to see the things are working now. Okay, try to recheck it and it should work. Did you see anyone deleting the things? No, right? And what about the class tracking? Is it happening? Very nice. Until class 28, it was mentioned. So guys, if anyone missed any of the classes, right? Make use of this class tracking file. Okay, under this class tracking, you should able to see on what class, what has been discussed. Okay, some two of the friends who all are there. That guy has not come. Other guy, both are okay. You are there. Nice. Okay, so these two are helping us in updating each and every day, whatever the classes topics are happening. So it will really helpful for you that what topics are being discussed per particular day. If you miss any of the day, we can see that, okay, this is what we missed. And I think like you're even getting the videos if you're missing the class. Are you getting the videos if you're missing the class? Anyone? Yes? Don't say that. Come on, guys. Then to whom I'm sending the videos? You guys are pinging me and I'm sharing the videos. And now you're saying, okay, thanks, Hama and Sanjeev Murli. At least you said yes. Meena also. Yeah, it's yesterday I have sent it to you. So I already said you, right? Obviously, I said that if you miss any of the class or if you have any issues with listening or like understanding the topic, or if you want to revisit the topic once again, you can always ping me. I'm going to share the video. Again, don't make it as a habit and don't take it as granted that boss, anyway, video will be provided and I'm not going to join the class today. Okay, that is an optional. That is the reason. I mean, actually, one of the student, he has created the channel and he added you everyone, right? And later you have been removed. I asked him to remove it because I don't want to make you guys with a habituate saying that boss, it is available, I'll take it light. Okay, so be in the class regular, and sometimes if you have any urgency, if you miss the class, if you don't understand, you want to revisit it, you can always ping me. I'm going to share the video for you. Okay. Okay, so who is that? Explain for what date we can get the videos. What date you missed the class, that date. But obviously HTML and CSS classes, we don't have it, guys. We have the classes from JavaScript. Rathod, can you explain else if? Sure. Okay, so else if is simple again. So what actually else if is doing? Whenever you say if condition, okay, and I want to execute the set of instructions. In case of else, I don't want to execute the statements as it is. I want to go with another if condition over here. Then I will say something called as if some condition. Some people might ask me, boss, instead of going with the else if, can I go with something called as multiple if conditions? Let us see this. Now, what I am saying is, why don't you say condition 1 and I say something called as another kind of condition like this? Do you see any difference between these two, or do you say that both are same? I mean, in the way of execution, do you think both are same? Both are same? Obviously, no, it is not same. Why the reason? Let us see this. For example, I say AVG greater than equal to 90. I'm going to do this. If AVG greater than equal to 60, I'm doing this. So here I will say distinction. Okay, here I'm going to say first class. The same condition here. I say AVG greater than equal to 90. I say distinction. If AVG greater than equal to 60, I say first class. Okay. Now, when I save this guy, I see here, for example, my average is 90 or 92. You tell me how many conditions are being satisfied, how many conditions we are checking in line number from 64 to 68. How many conditions we are checking? One condition. If it is 92, I will come to here. Average greater than equal to 90 here. Yes, it is. I will execute this. Do I go to else statement there? No, boss. But the same guy, if I come over here, my average is greater than 90. I come over here, I'll execute. When I come to line number 73, am I not wasting my time in rechecking the condition over there? Yes, boss. So this is the problem what we have. Okay, that is where to avoid this condition, we'll go with the else if statement. Hope I'm clear with the question, Rathor. One more, any more questions? Can I go forward? Guys, everyone is so clear with this. Understanding everyone. Nice. Okay. Now the next thing, I asked you, sir, you should check our assignments. I'm checking it. Search it. Okay. I think I asked for this employee details, right? Anyone who all have done that employee details? Can I check it now? Okay. What's your good name? Suresh. B. Awesome. Nice. You're putting this assignment. You solved all the assignments. Good job. I ask employee name, Mr. Raj, employee age, employee ID, so-and-so, gender, male, today's total employee total salary I'm giving. It should be basic salary, right? When I go to the console, you say the tax is 0, gender is male, total salary is so-and-so. Okay. Now, if I see the source code of this, you see this guy. Guys, everyone observing it, right? So what he has done is he has declared all the variables. Once again, he declared it. Is it really needed? Once you already said where EMP name, where EMP age, again, why you're saying where here? Not needed. Okay. Yeah. Now you say total salary, you're reading it and you're converting it. You see, he haven't converted anything %, only have done for this. Why so? Because salary, he has to do the mathematical operation. Very good. Now what he has done, employee gender is male and the total salary is so-and-so. This is what he is doing. Tax percentage is EMP tax percentage equal to tax percentage into 15 by 100. Awesome. So now the total salary will be total salary minus percentage. It should not be plus percentage. Tax is not paid to you. You have to pay the tax. Okay. It should be salary minus so-and-so. Very good. So these all looks very good. Nice. But do you see, am I not unnecessarily rechecking the condition? Female, again female, again female. You see male, male, male. Am I not unnecessarily rechecking the conditions here? Okay, that also you have modified. Okay, very nice. So one thing what I'm saying is, and one more thing is, here you should not accept the total salary from the user. You have to accept the basic salary from the user. User will give you the basic salary. You need to calculate the total salary. You know how do you calculate the total salary? PF plus HRA plus basic salary. You say total salary. Then you need to calculate this. So let me do this for you guys. Then you will understand more better. You want me to do? or you will do it? Do it, sir, free of cost. Is it 28 classes have been finished already? $28 classes? Yes or no, boss? 28 classes. Almost 1 month of journey. And hope everyone is having the same feeling, or you say again, something is missing? Everyone is feeling good? No issues? Okay, now I say, I want to go with the employee details here. Guys, observe it clearly. I know that this I have already done. The reason why I'm keep on repeating the same thing is, I want to make you guys base as much clear as I can. Okay, I'm trying my level best. If you have questions, let me know. Now I say where EMP name, okay, EMP age, EMP gender, EMP department, EMP basic salary. Okay, can I read the data from the user using prompt method? I say prompt enter employee name. Okay, whatever the name he is giving, we are taking over here. I'm not going with the age, gender and all. You guys know what need to be done. I directly go with the basic salary. Are we clear? Okay, now when we save this, I got the basic salary. Do I need to do the typecasting for this? By default, what is the data type when we read it from the prompt method? String. Okay, I say basic salary equal to, sorry, % of basic salary. Done. Now, do I need to calculate the PF and HRA also? Yes, I say where HRA equal to EMP basic salary into 14 divided by 100. 14th percentage of basic salary will be your HRA. Now I say this is PF. Sorry, this is PF is 14%, right? PF is 14%. HRA is 24%, 25%. I got the PF, I got the HRA, I already have the basic salary. Now I say where EMP total salary equal to EMP basic salary plus PF plus HRA. Any questions? Clear, everyone? Okay. Now on the top, what else I need to do? I need to calculate the total tax, but the tax, okay, in order to get the tax, I need to have the gender value here. I say where EMP gender is equal to prompt enter EMP gender. I got the gender value. Now I say if at all EMP gender is equal to. I have to discuss this, guys. First of all, let me discuss this. So let us have a discussion on what is the equal to operator, what is double equal to operator, and what is triple equal to operator. Very good interview question, guys. Let's have a look on this. Now, I say A equal to say some 90. What is this equal to operator is working for? Comparing or assignment? Assignment operator. We are assigning the value which is on the right side to the left side variable. Whatever the value 90 is there, I'm going to assign it to the variable called as A here. So this is what we call it as assignment operator. Single equal to operator will work as a assignment operator, which is always used to assign the value from the right side to the left side variable. Super fine. Now on the top, when I say A double equal to B, what do you mean by this? Are we assigning or comparing? We are comparing the values here. Now when I say console dot log A, or say something called as 20 double equal to 30. What do you mean by this? I am comparing whether 20 is equal to 30 or not. Now, when I come back, when I run this guy, when I inspect, go to console, you see that it is going to be false. So if it is comparison operator, it is always going to return the Boolean value. Either it is true or false. Clear, everyone? Okay. Now, on the top, I say, for example, where A is equal to, or A equal to is already done, right? Where B is equal to, say, some 90. Now I say console.log A double equal to B. Tell me what is the result? Everyone, true. You are taking the value of 90 and B is equal to 90. Now you are using the double equal to operator here. I come back here, I rule out, it is saying like true. Okay. Now when I say this guy, say some 99, come back and reload. False. Okay. Now I say 90, but I say something like this. False. Who all are false? Who all are true? Remaining neutral. Whatever it goes, we will go. Okay. It should be false because this guy is 90 as a number. This guy is 90 as a string. Now, when I come back and reload, what is it? True it is. Okay. Whenever you say double equal to operator will only check for the equality of the values. I never check for the data type. Now, what is the value of this A? 90. What is the value of B? 90. When it is value equality, I'm only going with the double equal to here. But it is not going to check the data type. What is the data type of A? Integer. Number. We don't have the integers here. It is number. What is the data type of B? String. Is number equal to B? Is number is equal to string here? No. So that is where we will be going with the triple equal to operator. Okay, so what I mean by triple equal to? Triple equal to will check for the value equality, at the same time data type equality also. Am I clear? So triple equal to, double equal to will check for the data equality, value equality, whereas triple equal to will check for the value and data type equality. See, when I'm saying triple equal to, then it says false. Okay, clear everyone with the double equal to and triple equal to and equal to? As I said, it's a very good interview question. People will ask you for that. I mean, what is the difference between the equal to, double equal to, and triple equal to? Fine. Now, when I'm coming with this employee gender, obviously, am I comparing or am I assigning? Comparing. Do I need to go with single equal to or double equal to? Double equal to. Now, I'm checking that. Boss, if it is male, you need to do something. Now, what you guys are doing is, I'm checking for male and the salary is 5 lakhs. Again, I'm checking for male, is the salary is 40. Instead of this, why don't you check that if the employee gender is male, else it is automatically going with I'm going to do something. What is that? I will say where tax percent equal to 0, I will say. Now, I'm going to say, what is my tax percentage if it is greater than equal to 5 lakhs? It is equal to 15%. If this is not the case, can I go with else if condition? Yes or no? If it is not greater than equal to this, now I say EMP total salary greater than equal to 4 lakhs. Then I will say tax percentage is equal to 10. If this is not the case, else if EMP total salary is greater than equal to 3 lakhs, I say tax percentage equal to 5. If this is also not the case, anyway, you are defaultly setting it as 0. I don't need to say something called as else tax percentage equal to 0. I don't need to do this unnecessarily. Anyway, by default, I'm assigning it as 0. If none of this if block is going to be assigned, if it is not greater than, if for example, I say total salary equal to 1000, is 1000 greater than equal to 5 lakhs? No, this is no, this is no. Then what is my tax percentage? 0. By default, you're starting with that. Okay, that's it. Now I copy this guy. And I say, if it is for girls, it is 10%. And here I don't have multiple if. And if this guy will be 5. In other case, it is 0. Done. Now, in this case, I only calculated tax percentage here. Now, based on the tax percentage, can I get the tax value also here? Where tax to be paid equal to EMP total salary into tax percentage divided by 100. Done. If you see in earlier example, when we are looking into his case, you see tax percentage, he's using this formula. Is he not unnecessarily repeating this formula in multiple times here? No, instead of this, what I'm doing, based on the salary, I'm only deciding what is the tax percentage. Anyway, the formula is going to be same. Yes or no? So this is how you can optimize the set of instructions, whatever you are writing. Okay. The lesser the instructions you write, the higher the performance what you have, guys. Are we clear? So any questions on this example? Now on the top, you are so clear. How do we show the values? Isn't it? Now, one more case what I have is, for example, if you come back, open this guy within the default browser, you see it is asking for the employee name, Mr. Raj, gender, male, basic salary, something I'm giving. Inspect. Go for sources. You click on this. I will go with this guy here. Now, when I'm reloading this guy, it is asking for the employee name, Mr. Raj, employee gender, I say male. Total basic salary is something I'm giving. Now it is coming over here. I want to know what is the total salary. What is the way? I can mouse over on this guy, or I come to the watcher. I'm removing all the previous one what I have. Now I say EMP total salary. So it says so and so. Now if you see here, I'm coming to this. What is the EMP gender? When I mouse over on this, it is male. Is it satisfying? Yes, I'm going inside. Is my total salary greater than 5 lakhs? No. I'm coming into the else if. Is it greater than 4 lakhs? No, I'm coming to this. Is it greater than 3 lakhs? Yes, it is. I'm going inside. Now I'm setting the tax percentage as 5. Now, once the male is already executed, do I need to execute the female? No, I'm directly coming out of this guy. Now, the other case what I have is, I say employee name, say some Tina, employee gender, I say male. In small letters I am giving. Now I say, okay, basic salary, so and so I'm giving. Now, if you go for the next, you see here, gender is male. But when you're checking the condition, you're saying that M-A-L-E, M is caps. Okay. Now it is unnecessary. Even though you are male, it is going with the else and it is checking for the female option over here. Is it valid? No, it is. Then how do I solve it? Now, in order to do this guy, what I can do is what normally people will do. They say like this, and or operator will say, if it is gender male or it is small male. Okay. If the user is giving male or he is giving small male here, both has to get executed in the same way. Isn't it? But now, what if user is giving all caps? Now, again, I need to check this condition. I need to say that, or if he is giving something called as M-A-L-E like this. Now, what if user is giving M is small, A is uppercase, L is small, E is uppercase? How many cases you are going to put the conditions? Yes or no? Now, how do I check this guy? What I will do is, instead of checking all the condition, whatever the value user is giving, I say EMP gender is equal to EMP gender dot to lower case. If I do this guy, so what is going to happen? Doesn't matter whatever the case he will give, it will automatically come to small MALE. Are we clear? Okay, so now the advantage is I don't need to go for these all and number of cases. I simply check for male. Now when I save it, come back here and reload this guy. Employee name, Mr. Raj. Gender, I'm giving M as uppercase ALE. Now when I'm saying, okay, basic salary, so and so. Now when I come back here, you see what is the EMP gender you have? See, M is uppercase, A is smaller case, L and D are uppercase again. Super fine. But now when I go here, after this guy, what is my EMP gender? Is it not converting all the things into our lowercase now? Now I don't need to check for multiple conditions. Are we clear? Understood, everyone? Yes. So any questions on this example? Now you are so familiar with if, else if, nested if else also. Sorry? Obviously, you have to. Okay, write a program to read a number from the user, and check whether it is even number or odd number. Check whether it is even number or odd number. Write a program. Next one. To return total number of digits in a given number. Total number of digits in a given number. Okay, do it out, guys. I'm just coming in a minute. Everyone try that. Don't sit idle, guys. Try that example. I'm just coming. Yeah. Done, everyone? Everyone could able to do this? First one, it is done. It's a very simple thing. Like whatever the value you read from the user, how do you check whether a number is even or not? You need to divide that guy with number 2. And if you get the remainder as 0, you call it as a even. If not, odd number. Super fine. And what about the second number, second program? How do you find the total number of, you're done? How you have done? For loop. How you went for loop? If it is just a number? Counting. Okay. If it is a number, how do you count it? It is not an array, right? Sorry? Modulus operator. But how modulus operator is saying? Now, when I say y, I say a okay. Now I'm giving the value, assume it as some bigger number like this. How do you find out the length? Very simple. For a string, you have something called as console.log a dot length. Any string, whatever you give, you have a predefined property, something called as dot length, which will return the total number of values. Okay. Now, when I save it, open in the default browser. If I say the value, something like this. Now, if I inspect this console, it says 8. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, once we finish the looping control structure, then you will understand more logical programs, guys. Okay. So what is our next control structure? We can go forward, right? From the conditional control structure. Everyone is so clear with the conditional control structure. We can go forward. Yes. Yeah, right. Exactly right. Modulus 2 double equal to 0. Yeah. So the next looping control structure, what we have is, so I already said you yesterday that control structures are very, very important topic, and any of the logical program you have to do, it has to be done only from the control structures. Without control, there is no logical program which can be solved just by using other thing. Without any control structures, we cannot go with any of the, we cannot go with any solution of the logical programs. Okay. For sure, either it could be conditional, it could be looping, or it could be case. For sure, either one of will be there. Mostly you'll be having the looping control structure. Comparative with your other two control structures, looping control structure is a bit of tricky. And if you are expertise on this looping control structure, no one can stop you in solving any of the logical programs, guys. You can solve any of the logical program if you are so expertise on looping control structures. Am I clear? So everybody put some extra attention. I already said you as a hint, it is a bit of tricky. I'm not saying that it is complex. It's a bit of tricky and a confusion. Well, let us see on this. Now, when I go with something called as looping control structures, for each, for in, and for off. Okay. Now, among all this, let us go with something called as for loop control structures. Okay. Before this, why the reason we are going with the looping? If I ask you, why the reason you're going with the control structures, conditional control structures? It could be if, it could be if else, it could be anything. But why the reason we go with the control structures, conditional control structures? Any conditional control structure, I'm saying. Why we go with the conditional control structures? Anytime we want to execute the set of instructions based on a condition, then we go with the conditional control structures, isn't it? Agree, everyone? Okay, either it could be either you want to skip the set of instructions or you want to execute the set of instructions based on a condition. We will be going with the conditional control structures that we already know. Then why the reason we are going with the looping? The name itself will specify looping, in the sense repeating the set of instructions more than once. Okay, looping in the sense repeating the set of instructions more than once. We will be going with the looping control structure. Okay, let me take an example. So I have a very simple requirement. I say console.log good morning all. I say console.log have a great day. Okay, a very simple two messages. When I execute these guy, inspect this, go for console. It says that good morning and have a good day. Nice. Okay. Now the next part is I want to execute this statement. Let us say okay, this is what I have. When I'm executing this guy, this is how it says. It is starting and it is ending. But now my requirement is I want to take these instructions and I want to execute it for more than once. Okay. When I save this guy, I want to execute it for 4 times. Now, when I'm running this, when I'm reloading this guy, you see the 4 times the job has been happened. Right? Okay. But the job is happening for the 4 times. But what is the problem you see here? The problem is unnecessarily rewriting the piece of code. Yes, it is. Data duplication or code duplication is there. Yes, it is. So this is not at all recommended. How do I solve this? Okay, that is where we will be going with the looping control structures. Looping control structures are always used to repeat the set of instruction. What looping will say, boss, you don't need to write the instructions for n number of times. You use any of the looping control structure. You keep the instructions under the looping and you tell me how many times it need to execute it. I will automatically execute the things for you. That is what we call it as looping control structures. Are we good up to this? Conditional, why we are going? In order to check a condition to execute or skip, we are going with the conditional control structure. Looping, why we are going? In order to repeat the set of instructions for more than once. Okay, yeah. Now, let us go with the syntax of this for loop control structure. Before for loop, we have already seen this guy. If what we are doing, we are putting one condition. We are adding some instructions. We put some instructions before and after. Now, when I go with this guy, 86, I'm executing. I'm coming to line number 87. I'm checking the condition. If it is satisfied, I will execute 88. I will execute 89. After 89, what is the execution I will go for? After 89 line number, which line I will go for? Obviously 91. I will get out of this and I will execute the remaining set of instructions, right? Yes. Now, coming to the for loop control structure, you see how the syntax will be. There is a keyword called as for. For is a keyword. Open and close the braces. Open and close the flower braces. Now you give me the set of instructions. Are we clear? Now, what is the thing we are giving inside this for loop? For loop always takes 3 different statements inside it. Okay? For loop always takes 3 different statements where statement 1 is separated with your semicolon and semicolon is the separator between all these 3. Okay? 3 different statements it is going to take where statement semicolon is the separator. Now, what is this first statement? Under this first block, we are going to say initialization. Under the second one, we are going to say condition. Under this third one, I say increment or decrement. Are we clear? Okay, what I'm saying is for is one of the looping control structure, open brace and close the brace. Under that, I'm going to say initialization. Under that, I'm going to put some condition. Under that, I'm going to say increment and decrement. Why the reason you're going for this? In case of your if, we are only giving a condition, isn't it? But in case of your for loop, you're giving initialization, you're giving condition, you're giving incrementation and decrement also. Why the reason you're giving this? The reason is, if I ask you to repeat some set of things, say for example, let us take a practical example. There are 1,000 steps. Okay, for a building, there are 1,000 steps. You ask me, boss, you need to start at step number 10. You need to reach until step number 90. Am I not doing a repetitive process over there? When I come to step number 10, I take my foot, put onto the next step, lift my body and take the second leg, and I'm going to the second step. Do I need to repeat the same process when I go to all the 1000 steps or 900 steps there? Yes, it is. Now, the concept is where I need to start. I need to start at step number 9. Where I need to end, I need to stop at the step number 90. So under this, you are going to repeat the process. So anytime you're repeating the set of instructions, for sure, you need to have a starting point and an ending point. Isn't it? So that is what the initialization is. Initialization will tell you from where you are starting. Now I will go with this for loop. I will say for, okay. Under this, let us take some temporary variable. I will say somewhere temp count equal to 1. Obviously, when I want to repeat the number of instructions for 4 times or 5 times, I will say first time it is 1, second time it is 2, third time it is 3, fourth time it is 4, done. So initialization will tell you from where you are starting from. Okay. Next one, the condition. When I have to stop this block, I'm starting at 1. When I have to stop this block, I said that this guy has to execute it for 5 times. Then what I'll say, I need to stop it when my temporary count is greater than 5 or greater than equal to 5. No, when it is greater than 5 implies at 6, it is going to stop. 5 is greater than 5. No, you know, it should be less than 5. Okay, when it is less than equal to 5 implies 5 times it is going to get executed. And every time, am I going in forward direction or backward direction? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you take the step example. You asked me to start at 90 step. You asked me to reach till 40. What I need to do? Initialization step count is 90. Every time I need to say 89, 87, 88, 86, 89, 88, 86, 85. Like this, I need to come back. Isn't it? So here you are going to say something called as temp count minus minus. So before this, you need to understand what do you mean by increment and decrement operators. Okay, so what do you mean by this increment and decrement? Very simple operators, guys. For example, I say A equal to say some 10. I want to make A as 11. What should I do? I simply say A is equal to A plus 1. Agree, everyone? Or I can say something called as A plus equal to 1. This is the shortcut. Okay. Whenever you have the same variable before and after equal to operator, you can simply say A plus equal to 1. Both are doing the same. Now, the other way what you have is A plus plus. Okay. So what do you mean by A plus plus? Plus plus will add one single value to the existing value, as simple as it is. Okay. But now if I say I want to make A equal to A plus 2 I want, or A plus 5 I want to say. Now here I will say A plus 5. Okay. Here I will say A plus equal to 5. Now A plus plus will work? No. A plus plus will only work for one value incrementation. You cannot increment 5 plus or 2 plus. It is not possible. Okay. So this is not going to work. If it is only one value, then you need to say A plus plus. If you want to add 2 values or 3 values, then you need to say either A equal to A plus 2 or A plus equal to 2. Something you need to do there. Are we clear? Everyone? Okay. Now on the top, this is what your plus plus. Now can you tell me what do you mean by A minus minus? Guess. Decrement. If I want to decrease one value from the existing value, you simply say A minus minus. So this is what I'm saying, temporary count plus plus. Why the reason? Initially you have to go with 1. Later you need to go with 2. Later you need to go with 3. Later you need to go with 5. Later you will go with 6. But is 6 is less than equal to 5? No, you will get out of it. So then it will be repeated for n number of times. Let us see the output of this. Then I will go with the explanation. Now I said like this is the piece of code which will help me in executing this set of instructions for 5 times. Save this and come back and reload. Is it happening? I wanted it for 50 number of times. See, just to make it as 50, reload the guys. You see these many number of times the instructions got executed. This is what the advantage you have with your for loop. Give the instructions only once. I will repeat it for any number of times as the user wanted. Okay, so how the flow is going to happen? Let us have a look on this. I say something called as 5. You know, initially what happens here? The very first thing what happens is, let me comment out. The very first thing, when I come to line number 11, I will execute this. When I come to line number 13, you know what I'll do? First thing, temp count is equal to 1. Okay, I'm assigning the value of temp count as 1. After this initialization, second thing what it will do is, it will check the condition. Is temp count less than equal to 5? Is 1 is less than equal to 5? Satisfying? Yes, it is. Now, when this condition is true, I will go inside this block. I will execute 14 and I will execute 15. When I come to line number 16, this is what the difference, guys. If you come to your if block, what happened? I execute 88, I execute 89. When I come to 90, I don't go back. I will go to the next line. I will go with the further execution. Whereas coming to the for loop, when I come to this last statement, I will again go back to the temp count plus plus. Okay. Now, what is the value of temp count now? Earlier it was 1. 1 plus plus is 2. Okay. Now, is 2 is less than equal to 5? Everyone, it is satisfying. Then I will again execute this guy. Now, again, I will go with the temp count plus plus. What is the value of this guy now? It is 3. After increment, I need to go with the condition. Is it is 3 less than equal to 5? Yes. I will execute this guy. Again, I go to the temp count plus plus. What it is? This is 4. I will execute this. Now, this will become 5. Later, it will become 6. Now, is 6 is less than equal to 5? Yes. No. When it is not satisfied, then only I will come out of this block. Then I'm going to execute line number 18. This is how the for loop is going to get executed. In case of your if block, condition is satisfied, I will go inside and I'll get out. I don't repeat the set of instruction. Whereas in case of your for loop, once I go inside, when I read to the end, again I go back. I will be keep on doing this guy until the provided condition is unsatisfied. Am I clear? Now let us save this guy, come back over here and reload the page. 5 times it is executing. Can I debug this code? Shall we debug this code? Yes, let's go into the sources tab. I click on this guy. Now I can add the debugger point at line number 11. I come to the watcher. I remove the previous one. I say plus temp count. Okay. Now when I'm reloading this page, observe it clearly, guys. What is the value of temp count? Undefined. Now I am going inside this. If you clearly observe this, I have 3 statements here. I have 3 statements here. One is initialization, one is condition, one is incrementation or decrementation. See what is happening. When I click on this guy, what is the very first one which is highlighted? Initialization is happening first. Now, after initialization, what I need to do? Do I need to go inside or check the condition? Check the condition. See, I'm going for the condition. Less than equal to got highlighted here. See, condition is checking. Now you tell me, is my temp count 1? Is 1 is less than equal to 5, boss? Yes, it is. Do I need to go inside or get out? Inside. Now, do I need to go with incrementation? No. After condition checking, I will go inside this block. See, executing 14, executing 15. Do I need to get out? No. Where I need to go? Incrementation. See whether it is going or not. See, incrementation is got highlighted over here. Okay. After incrementation, do I need to go inside? Condition check I need to do. See, after incrementation, when I say again, it is checking the condition. After incrementation, what is the temp count value now? It is 2. Now, condition is satisfied. Is 2 is less than equal to 5, boss? Yes. Get inside or get out? Inside. See, I'm going inside. I'm going inside. Next thing is condition or incrementation? Incrementation. Later, after incrementation, condition or going inside? Condition. See, I'm going condition. After condition, inside or get out? Inside, because it is 3. 3 is less than equal to 5. Now I'm doing this guy 4, 5. After it is 5, it is executing. Now it is again going with the 5 plus plus. It will be 6. Now is 6 is less than equal to 5, boss? No. Do I need to get inside or get out? Get out. Now I'm getting out of this guy. This is how the while loop is executing. So you give me the set of instructions. You tell me how many number of times I need to repeat. Tell me where I need to start, where I need to stop with a condition. As simple as it is. Do you see any complexity here? Yes. Simple and straightforward. Just you need to do the enough practice on this, guys. That's it. Okay. Can you explain about this again, Parson? I will go for the Tejaswini. First of all, are we clear with this for loop or not? Can you explain how the count number second question you have? Anil. Okay. The second question I said like how many number of digits I have, right? It is just dot two, dot length. Dot length is a predefined property. Okay. Ashok, what is the difference between if else and else if? Ashok, I don't want to change the gear here. Can you put this question again tomorrow? I will explain that. Because right now into the for loop, let me clarify this. That is the reason I'm asking this question, guys. Anytime when I'm going with the new topic, I'm keep on putting the question, are we okay or not? Will you allow me to go forward or not? Okay, please put on the question clear here, there itself. Because guys, why the discussion is happening when I'm discussing? Okay, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that you cannot put me the questions which are from the previous topic. But the reason is when we are already into this one of the topic, if you ask me the questions of the previous topic, it's a confusion for you guys itself. To avoid that, that is the reason I'm saying, when I'm going with the new topic, don't allow me to go if you're not clear there. Okay, so I will do that tomorrow, Ashok. Please remind me. Once again, repeat the syntax for the for loop, Hemalata. So syntax is very simple, Hema. It is, I say for loop. Okay, for is going to have the block something like this, almost like the if guy. If we're under the if, we have only one statement, which is your condition statement. But whereas in case of your for, how many statements we have? 3 statements, which are separated with semicolon. Statement 1, statement 2, and statement 3. Here we will put something called as initialization. So here you will be having the condition. Here you will be having a either you may go with the incrementation or you may go with the decrementation. Hope I'm clear, Hema, with this. Can you please tell us pre-increment and post-increment, sir? Sure, Rao, I will do that. So pre-increment is nothing. I will talk about this. Anyway, it is not part of for loop. Please remind me tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll talk about what is pre-increment, post-increment, pre-decrement, and post-decrement. Difference between plus plus and a plus. So Kushal, the question of Rao, right? He is also put the same. Post increment and pre increment. I will talk about this tomorrow. Sir, add a assignment. Okay, you wanted assignment. I'll go for that. 1 second. Yesterday, I did anything wrong. Okay, I need to check that, Nitish. I will check that. Okay, don't feel like it is a wrong from your side. I will check on that. I think right now it is no problem, right? Everything is good. Okay, yesterday night you have done that. Nitish, these many, okay, you have done in your assignments. I don't think you have, you did an issue. You added it and you deleted it, fine. And you later deleted it, fine. I don't think you did a mistake, Nitish. It's all good from your side. I don't see any conflicts from you. Nothing problem from your side. You deleted all the, I mean, your files, right? It is deleted. When you work on your files, and I don't see any conflicts here. It is so clear it is. Okay, can we write these statements out of braces? Obviously, no. Sadiq, anytime you're putting the for loop, it has to be now. You cannot say that for loop. Later you say where a is equal to 0, so and so, it cannot be done. It is the syntax that you have to say for loop. You say where some a is equal to say some 1. Okay, a less than 10, a plus plus, it should be done only within the for looping itself only. It cannot be out of it. Okay. Okay, so do one thing, guys, write a program. Write a program to display the numbers. To display the numbers between to display the numbers between 1 to 100. Display the numbers between 1 to 100. You tell me, how do you do, guys? Okay, you have done all this example. If I ask you, instead of putting this message, can you show me the values between 1 to 5? What is the variable which is having these values? Temp count itself. Initially, temp count is holding 1. Later, we are changing it to 2. Now, before changing, if I simply say console dot log temp count. Now, if I do this, if I remove this guy, save this and reload the save this and reload this guy. Am I getting the value from 1 to 5? If I want to get from 1 to 500, what I need to do? That's it. I say reload of the page. Go to console. You see 1 to 500 values are coming. Now you know how do we show the values between 1 to 100? Yes. Next, write a program to show the values between 90 to 60. To show the values between 90 to 60. 90 to 60. Next, write a program to display all the even numbers. To display all the even numbers between 1 to 100. Between 1 to 100. Next. Write a program to display even numbers. Sorry, earlier program was even or odd? Odd, right? Yeah. Now even numbers between 200 to 90.